Yeah.
If I got shame to transmute, you might have some anger there, my
Anger.
friend.
Well, you know what? This anger is for me. What I've done is I've suppressed it and I suppressed it and I suppressed it,
Right.
and so it has to come up because I need to
Right.
reclaim
You
my spot as being. I'm a fucking lion, so sometimes a lion's got to fucking kill. For questions, comments, and to show your support, visit us on the web at afroempath.com. That's it. I'm done with her. That's it. It's that simple. Like,
So, like, when you went to your brother's house, like your sister, she's never around. Like, you don't run into her when you go to your mom's house.
yeah,
like,
I could have we, if during I told my sister-in-law and my brother, I said, I'm not sure if you saw that little Oprah post. She's talking about, divorcing your family. Sometimes you got to do that until they come to their senses.
Yeah. Oh,
I said, I showed them that video and I told them, because they know when she's around, like the energy is like, whether I
lay down.
yeah, I'm on full defensive lockdown mode. You know what I'm trying to say? Because she actually put me through physical trauma. That bitch punched me in my fucking balls. You know what I'm trying to say? So like, and then call the cops on me, and it just
That's a no on so many levels.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, she
so
punched.
many levels.
She was demonically possessed. She was a little fucking demon, honestly. And then had the ovaries to call the cops on me. And then I told her, I said, "You're gonna get arrested too, you dumbass." You know what I'm trying to say? You fucking punch me, you stupid bitch. What do you think's gonna happen? Cause her father's white or Italian dude. And so she probably think in her mind, well, I'm part white. She thinks she's got half white privilege. This fucking stupid bitch. She was always that fucking. Yeah, she's stupid. She's dumb as fuck. Well, here's the thing. I grew up in the suburbs. You know what I'm trying to say, which is at least somewhat mixed. This bitch grew up in the fucking country, so she's confused as fuck.
She don't get it.
She's one of them light skinned bitches, that fucking wear blue contacts and fucking tell me that I'm more white than black, and we used to have these fucking Irish people that they would come over the house and they would give her books on like black achievement and things like that. She's like, why do they always bring me these black books? Like she called them black books, like books that I would be like, oh thanks, she's completely like, she's paying for her.
She's hating on
she's paying now for her willful ignorance. You know what I'm trying to say? And what really got her fucked over was when she fucked with me. Straight up. Oh my God. Sometimes it's not what the fuck you do, it's who you do it to. And when she fucked with me, that was it.
Basically, that it is it.
It is it.
You got these big bad motherfuckers that go around doing the same thing, punking, and then they get that one. They get that special one,
Exactly.
And that's the day they fucking learn. Like, you
exactly.
learn today.
Exactly. And so what happened is all the anxieties that she put me through and my sensitive soul through during her little demonic fucking,
rampage.
Yeah, exactly. I put all that fucking anxiety after I transmuted it. Guess where that energy's going? Right back to you, bitch.
Put it right back
to you. So you know what? Enjoy that shit. You fucking idiot. You think you're strong?
So I don't like when it's somebody like that close. I just don't have the heart to send it back to them. Like
fuck
all
that.
the energy I transmuted.
No. Know what you can do?
With the shape,
know what you can do? She can surrender. She can surrender. I'm her older brother by 10 years.
I understand.
No.
She didn't have no respect for you. I understand.
If it was just that incident where she fucking punched me in the balls, right? And when she if it was just that thing, no. But after that, she kept going and kept going and she didn't.
It was your job.
And kept going. And listen, she fucking hurt me over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and apologized and kept doing it. You know what I'm trying to say? But she apologized.
She was abusing you. It was abusing.
She was abusing me. She was trying to destroy me. She was trying to dominate me.
She was probably sent for that. Whatever spirit was attached to her had that mission to take your ass out.
Absolutely.
And that's what it was.
Absolutely.
And we have these agents out here
I know.
Times where people
I'm producing
do stuff, they just come out of nowhere.
I'm making a video on it right now.
That's not even you. Like,
yeah.
It's an energy out here just that has their whole job is to fucking take.
I understand.
One of us down, and they jump from motherfucker to motherfucker, just like that movie.
I get it.
What was it? Denzel Washington. What was that shit called?
Time is on my side.
Oh,
yes,
stop! Don't sing that song. Stop.
That's the one, right?
Yeah,
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I forget,
now.
but yeah, trust me. Yeah, she's paying for it, and what all she has to do, because she's a Taurus, right? So she's a fucking knucklehead, dumbass bitch that wants to learn on her own.
She's not gonna. She's
I don't
not
give a
gonna
fuck. I don't.
apologize.
Here's the thing.
Trust and believe.
Here's the thing.
I've dealt with Taurus Moon,
Is that
Taurus Rising,
yeah? And here's the
Taurus
thing.
Sun.
I don't care. I
If
don't
the
care.
fact that she has Leo with the Taurus, there's too
Yeah.
much fixed
Here,
energy. It's not gonna
exactly. Here's the thing. You know what? I've learned this. I'm not her subject. I'm not subject to her. So I'm not gonna wait around for her to fucking transmute that pain or to surrender. You know what I'm trying to say? And be the fucking gem that she was meant to be instead of a little hard ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna wait around for that shit. And I'm not going to fucking tolerate that bitch fucking talking to me like that. She's lucky that she's alive or not in the goddamn hospital after what she did to me. I could fucking kill that bitch. So no, it's better for both of us that I don't stay around her because I might end up killing her. So that's pretty much it.
Well,
yeah.
If I got shame to transmute, you might have some anger there, my
anger.
friend.
Well, you know what? You ain't. That's called righteous anger.
You have to release this shit.
You're right. You're right.
This is the time, because the spirit wouldn't be doing this, and I wouldn't be going through this if it wasn't the time.
You're right. You're absolutely correct.
It's coming up around the corner, and we don't want to go through a transition without having cleared. And
no,
so,
you're correct, and I'm doing that, but this anger is, for me, what I've done is I've suppressed it and I suppressed it and I suppressed it, right. And so it has to come up because I need to reclaim my spot as being. I'm a fucking lion, so sometimes a lion's got to fucking kill.
And that's and back to my little ordeal.
Yeah.
Well, not little, it was major.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've done releases, but like this was on a major level to where I was being spoken to, guided, and there was a presence there.
Yeah.
And I was being assisted through this whole thing. And so like all of those things, like I just touched on some major highlights, but it was just like every fucking thing that I could find, and I found it in my body. I moved the energy, and as I moved the energy, I was crying. I had to cry it out. I was breathing heavily. To move the energy, I had to breathe with it. I had to breathe into it. I had to visualize it coming up. I used, my energy projection from my hands as well on those parts of the bodies to kind of work it up and just crying it out. And a lot of it, I would move it up through my chakra system, and depending on where it was, I would either release it from the throat or I would shoot it down and go through the root and just get the fuck out. It was, and I could feel it being released. It was every fucking where, man. It was just so much. It was overwhelming, like every instance of shame. So that's been like the major deal that has been holding me down. And what really hit home was when they went all the way back to like early childhood shit. I just couldn't remember that. I don't even know how they went into my brain and brought up memories that like I was like, fuck, where the fuck did this come from? I don't even know how I remember that, but now I remember. And then they took it back to, this is where they was like, okay, you brought this in at the time of birth. This energy, you're recreating this energy because of what happened to you. And they showed me basically what really started all this, like majorly, is because they showed me, and this is when I released the most, like I flipped the fuck out, dude. They showed me there was a time, like in one of my past lives, well, in many of my past lives, but it was just this one in particular. I've been murdered a lot of times. I've been persecuted many times. Because, being an old soul, and I came here to do something, and each time I was attempting to do it. Okay. And so I've been, just the most gruesome things you can think of. Some of those things have happened to me. And so this shame thing started. They showed me this is time where I basically was persecuted. I was publicly shamed and murdered in public. And there was a group, it was like a whole fucking city of people. A whole city of people just that were like fucking spitting on me. They were calling me names. I was a piece of shit. There was all this hate. I was like on a stage or some shit. It was like I was on stage, and I was being tortured as a public spectacle. And and it was like a lot of rage and shame. It was just like a shameful type of thing. It was just, that's where like a lot of this carried. They showed me that, and when they showed me that, and there was like, I felt this hand over my back, like a supporting way, and when that happened, I just like released all of that shit. Like that was in my heart. That was all in my heart. It was just the pain and the shame of being murdered that way. And all of those people just sending all of that energy, that judgmental energy to me, and then I took on that shame at that time. That's when it started. I took on that shame. That's when they told me that started. And then they cut my life short. You understand what I'm saying? And pretty much I didn't have I kind of gave up my power in that situation, because you know what I'm saying? It's like at that time I was being physically held against my, and executed for the most part. So they showed me that, and then I was just like, I felt it. I was like, it was a past life recall. And I just had to release that. That one took a lot. That one took a lot out of me. But when I released that one, that was like the largest energy thus far. And I thought that was going to be it. I thought that was going to be it until there was one bigger than that. That's when I felt like everything opened back up. Like it was like a channel of energy. It was like a column of energy coming from straight, like it was coming straight out of my fucking ceiling. Okay. And it was like coming to me, like, because all of that shit, I didn't realize I had all that shit. I was holding it wherever, fat, cells, muscles, I don't know. It was just, it's in here. It was in my physical body too. This was stuff that I've held in my physical body. It wasn't just in those subtle auras like that are kind of outside of your physical. Like this shit was in my fucking organs and different, it was deep up in the chakras. Like I was holding on to this shit like hard. Okay. And I was carrying this weight. And so when I heard a voice say, you didn't fail, you're not a failure. You didn't fail, you're a child of God. Hold your head up and hold your head up high and shine your light. You didn't fail. And that's when it was over, because that was the whole thing. Like, because it kind of reminded me when you touched about it, you're like, yeah, I want to get this right this time. Fuck, I don't want to fuck up. And I'm like, dude, we're all souls. We fucked up so many times, and we have, it's not we have, but we felt like we didn't achieve what we came here to do, and we got cut short. Like, and that's happened over and over and over again. But it was some type of higher type of being. I don't know, was it angelic? I don't know what the fuck, but it was like a powerful energy just saying that to me, that it was just, I felt the sense of, okay, we're proud of you, the validation that I never got from my parents, because that's, being a perfectionist, doing all these things, being an achiever, not once being acknowledged for anything that I do. You understand what I'm saying? Like all of that, I didn't give a shit. Like that went out the fucking door at that point. You know what I mean? Because I realized why I was even born into a situation that put me through that, because I carried that energy of, okay, I failed at what I came here to, you know what I'm saying? And they were saying, no, you're not a failure. You're not a failure. You're a child of God. Lift your head up. And then I felt something on the back of my head. And then I felt all that fucking energy. There was a cloud over my head, dude. There was a big, dark, heavy, dense energy. And this is what I was kind of ashamed to even let people know, because, my channeling hasn't been as clear as it used to be, after like all of the, because what I was doing is just recreating these situations that put me in, energetic state to where I'm experiencing the same pattern as a past life, you know, because I'm carrying that energy. So it's just like, at the time of when I had my brain surgery, and then I lost my job, and all the shit started happening. I'm going through this like dark night of the soul. After all of that happened, a lot of my gifts that were stronger, I was having issues with, like the, you know, channeling. I was having issues with hearing directly how I used to. I had a direct channel with my higher self, and it was like always there, always on. And so I was feeling a sense of being cut off. You know what I'm saying? Being a sense of being cut off a little bit. But I was ashamed to let anybody know that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But when that happened and that final release happened, and that was the biggest one of all, I'm like, that's what this energy of what I was feeling, and then I wasn't acknowledging that, and that was carried over from many, 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 many lifetimes. You understand what I'm saying? And so, and then I felt just support. I don't know, these beings, I don't know. It was a support, and it was a powerful energy, and this cloud just lifted from my head, and I just felt all this energy just coming in through my crown. My crown opened up like so fucking wide. It was so much energy, and it was like, it was so just divine that it was love, and I just started crying even more. I just started saying thank you. You know, I just started giving thanks, and like, it was just like the weeping that you hear about like in the old books. You know, like when you listen to those stories, like how they were overcome. I was just overcome by it. And so it was just like, I've never experienced anything like that in my life like that. But it just, in that instant, I knew exactly the reason for everything that had happened, and what was happening, and why that manifested and is crystallized into a physical form. And I'm experiencing that way. So I released that energy, and my crown opened back up, and I was just like, hell fucking yeah. Back on like Donkey Kong. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, yeah. And ever since I've been like, everything's coming back online better. I never was completely cut off, but I'm saying, like, before I was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a very high level of vibration, because I didn't allow my vibration to come down. I was very rigid and strict, and I was very disciplined. And how all of this stuff was able to creep in is my defenses and my immune system, my spiritual immune system, all of that was compromised, you know, and the culprit was for vehicle, like we're talking about these narcissist relationships. Yeah, I was in a relationship that was, you know, like a vampire. It was like a vampire thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a codependent thing. And the thing about it is, I allowed it. See, I was vibrating so high, couldn't nobody fuck with me. No way. Nobody couldn't fuck with me. It was my choice to lower those defenses and lower that vibration, because I just became to the point where I felt a sense of, I wanted to connect with, I wanted this person. You understand what I'm saying? And this person was not on that level. You understand? And
is this a man, or is this a partner, or what? A friend, or?
No, this was a relationship, a man.
Gotcha.
And so I wanted that person. I wanted him. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't on that same level, wasn't equally yoked.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so me, you know, I had a sense of, I don't know what it was. It was just this particular person. And there was a sense of, okay, I wanted to connect. And I knew that wasn't going to be able to happen, because I'm vibrating at this level. You see what I'm saying? I consciously, and it took me a long time to admit that I consciously, you know, I allowed that. I brought myself down for this person. Not all the way, but just a little bit, enough so that person could affect me. You understand what I'm saying? And start bringing, you know, bullshit into my life. And once that happens, it could be a chain, you know, that opens the door for everything. That's what I'm saying. You learn through hard lessons that you should never compromise yourself, your energy. You know what I'm saying? Don't lower yourself for anybody, because it's never worth it. You know what I'm saying? This was a person that I was deeply in love with. And so I wanted to be with that person. But the thing about it was one of those fucked up relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was all about himself, really. In the end, you know, it was some narcissistic shit. And it was, to be honest with you, as far as I can convince myself that, you know, I'm intellectually, you know, at this level, nobody's gonna run no fucking game on me. I can see that shit. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the emotional, clingy type. It wasn't even like that, you know what I'm saying? But it was just on some other type of shit. Like, it was probably some soul contract shit. It was a karmic thing. Like, this was some past life shit, came back around. It was a lesson that I had to learn through that relationship. So anyway, but I'm saying that when you lower yourself for someone else, that opens you up for all other things, you know what I'm saying, for you to attract all other things, and you're susceptible to attack at that point. So you're always supposed to keep your vibration high, and don't ever compromise that for anything, you know. Yeah. Whether that somebody comes in holding like, oh, okay, I'm the love of your life or whatever, or, you know, saying here's the $1 million, you're gonna have a TV show and a big job, but you got to compromise yourself, and you know that is a lower energy than what you vibrate at, and you kind of consciously do that, and thinking that you can kind of, you know, have one foot in the door, one foot out, and kind of balance the two. No, you cannot do that. That is not possible. It's not possible at all. Yeah. So it's just a hard lesson.